Hey, what's up guys, MGH here. Welcome back to my Arsenal career mode on FIFA 18. Now today's episode is going to be a post-commentary. I was not able to play it live with commentary. I've had family over. Lots of things going on, so hopefully you don't mind. We're going to get 4 games done today in this episode. And right now, we are in second place, just behind Manchester United. And we're going into potentially the biggest game of our season so far, the North London derby up against Tottenham. They've got a very good squad, lots of young players. For once, I'm going to show you the lineup. I'm testing something out, taking a little bit of a risk here, but I'm speeding up the footage and muting it so you can actually see the lineup itself, which was actually, it came out a little bit weird there. Kolasinac was apparently a midfielder there, a little bit strange, but you can see I was going with the 3-4-3 with Kolasinac and Bellerin playing as the wing-backs. And of course, Tottenham went with their usual formation that they use every single year, every single career mode, the 4-2-3-1. This time, though, without Dele Alli. They had Cuadrado in the team, very interesting signing, so hopefully we can track back and keep him away from playing down our right side. Very dangerous player, very skillful. But I was surprised not to see Dele Alli. I thought he was going to be playing. He has one of the highest potentials in the game for a young player, so it's madness that Tottenham wouldn't use him in such a big game. But either way, just 2 minutes in, Tottenham make an absolutely fantastic start. Harry Kane, who's in the form of his life right now in real life, looking like an extremely good player, very valuable player for Tottenham, comes very close to scoring. We then go down the other end. A massive chance here for Alexis. And what was that? I have no idea what that attempt was. Luckily, we're going to get another chance here with Bellerin crossing it in, this time for Lacazette. He does a bit better, but off balance, and once again, the chance goes wide. So at this point, it was pretty fair, pretty even, and then Tottenham very, very simply go through my defence there because, you know, defending's a little bit tougher this year. I'm still trying to get used to it. I managed to get away with it once, but I'm not going to get away with it 2 times. Eriksen goes through one-on-one with Petr Cech, and it's a very easy finish with just a few minutes left on the clock. Just before injury time, you just do not want to be conceding before half-time. Really, really annoying, very frustrating, and it was after having quite a good few attempts ourselves to score, and then we concede a really silly goal. But either way, we were still playing pretty well. We get another chance here with Kolasinac into Lacazette. I do get the shot away, which gets parried by Lloris, one of the best keepers in the game. It bounces around, and eventually it falls for Lacazette once again, and that is one of the luckiest goals I've had so far. I think it's Goretzka in the box who wins the header, and Lacazette, being the poacher that he is just ready for it. Look at that. In the perfect position to score, and we are back in this game. It was very, very, very nice to score that goal. A huge relief because we were not playing brilliant football. I mean, just look at this. We were comfortably in the game, but somehow I've conceded a silly goal in the first half and then an even worse goal in the second half, and Dele Alli is celebrating like he's won the World Cup for England. Terrible. What is that? Bellerin has had a very good season so far for us. That was an attempted pass back to Petr Cech so I could just clear my lines, and instead I score a embarrassing own goal. But do you know what? It happens, and I thought this is gonna really hurt us into the remaining kind of 30 minutes of this game. So I needed to make a change. And so I did exactly that. Mesut Ozil coming off for Iwobi and Ramsey coming on for Xhaka. So let's see if it makes a difference. 2-1 down against our main rivals. And I really, really didn't want to lose this game, guys. I was so focused. Goretzka goes through on goal. He crosses it back for Alexis. And once again, he bottles it. A huge chance with just seconds to go on the clock. And we are not able to score it. Are we going to get any more attempts? Here we are with the ball with Alexis again. And I just stupidly pass it away, and that is going to be the end of the game. We've actually lost to Tottenham, our second loss of the season in the Premier League. Not good. It just means Manchester United are going to be going further ahead of us. Now, we do get some good news. Debuchy has been sold, and he will be going to Southampton for 5.8 million when the window opens. So although we got off to a bad start in this episode, we got some good news there. I've been trying to sell Debuchy since the start of the game. And if you didn't know, as you're looking at the lineups here, you can actually sell and buy players outside of the transfer window. You can make offers, you can negotiate with agents and players when outside of the window, but the transfers do not officially complete until the window reopens. So make sure you take advantage of that, because sometimes you'll find when you approach a player, even when it's outside of the window, they've already pre-signed a contract pretty much, and you're not able to approach them. So if there's a player you really want, you should try and get the deal done as soon as you've got the money to do so. Now, going back into the Europa League, it'd been okay so far in the group stages. Cologne was going to be the toughest task for us. And yeah, let's not talk about this. I mean, somehow I'm up one end, potentially scoring from a corner, and then suddenly, yeah, this happens. Now, I did go with a pretty weak team. You would have seen the lineups there. I've gone with pretty much a lot of my reserve youngsters, and the team got weaker pretty much instantly in this first half because Holding picked up an injury, and I had no one on the bench except from Bjelic. So I had to bring on a 64 rated centre-back with about 6 pace, and that was alongside Mertesacker and Chambers, I believe it was. So 3 very not so great defenders. Holding goes off injured, which is a big shame. You'll see he has picked up an injury and how long he'll be out for after this match. But as soon as he went off, I got torn to pieces. This is legendary FIFA 18. Inconsistent. Very, very, very inconsistent. I mean, one game I'm playing well, winning 2-0, 3-0. And then one game I am struggling beyond belief. I found it's the same in squad battles on Ultimate Team. Just very inconsistent. It feels like the difficulty goes up and down all the time. But we do manage to get a goal back. Monreal, who actually scored today for Arsenal, by the way, as I'm recording this. A very nice strike down into that bottom left corner, powering it past the keeper. It gave us some hope going into the remaining parts of this game. We brought on Theo Walcott and El Neni, taking off Reece Nelson, who wasn't really getting involved. And Walcott gets a chance straight away to power through there, but he gets taken out. Surely that's a red. What? I was fuming, guys. That should have been a red card. I was through on goal. He gets a yellow. He gets away with it. And we could have easily been through on goal with Walcott and made it 2-2 and rescued a point after a really terrible performance. But we still had time to potentially get the draw here. And then I give it away with Iwobi, who had a very poor game in this match. And we end up losing another game 2-1. That is not good news. And to make it worse, Holding is going to be out for 3 weeks. Okay, fair enough. It could have been worse than that. But still, 3 weeks without my best young defender. I think he's better than Chambers. That's just my opinion. But really disappointed to see him go out with injury for a little while. But now we move on back into a Premier League game, needing to win. I cannot lose 3 in a row. And in fairness, it was only Burnley. They're not the strongest team in the Premier League. And I did get off to a good start. A little bit lucky, you could say. I mean, it was a lovely pass from Ozil, but Sanchez was just, on his tail there, trying to nick the ball off him. And he got it, and he scored it. It was a brilliant goal. And then straight away after that, we find that Burnley are on the attack. I do make the interception with Koscielny, but of course it just bounces back into their possession and defensively all over the place once again, and it's an easy equaliser. So just like that, we're 1-0 up and then we're 1-1, which is pretty frustrating. Now Lacazette chips it into the box here. I was hoping to get a similar bit of luck that I had in the first goal there, trying to win the ball off them when they take it down under their own control, but instead we do not get lucky this time. And we go in at the break, 1-1, which isn't too bad, but we really, really cannot afford to drop more points because Manchester United really are starting to build a big gap. But again, guys, we get lucky. We get so lucky. Mesut Ozil backheels it into that bottom left corner. I've scored a lot of goals near post so far in FIFA 18, and that is just another one. So cheeky from Mesut Ozil. I made a couple of changes. I needed that third goal to make sure we got the 3 points. Danny Welbeck was the man who came on, and with a Thierry Henry-esque finish. Look at this. In off the post. I love Welbeck in FIFA. So good. There are times where he's annoying and he almost plays like he does in real life, where he gets all these chances and misses them, but sometimes he is so clinical and he scores a lot of goals, and he's just continuing some great form for us. And he did, in fact, get that third goal that gave us the 3 points there, beating Burnley 3-1. We're back to winning ways. And now we go in against Huddersfield, another promoted side. Hopefully we can get a similar result here and continue our climb up the table, hopefully keeping in touch with Manchester United. Now we get a chance with Goretzka. Lovely run. He's a great dribbler. But if you look at this replay, how terrible is this finesse shot? Absolutely miles away. It was almost like a pass. He was passing it to the crowd. Really, really frustrating when that happens because he's an 83 rated midfielder. I'm sorry, but a finesse shot should not be going that wide from someone as good as him. But either way, we had Reece Nelson starting today's game, and he gets his first goal for Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium at home in front of the fans. What a moment for the youngster. Nelson playing at right wing back in this game. I wanted to try it out. I had Theo Walcott in front of him at right wing. And it actually seemed to do quite well because Theo got the ball here. Lovely assist over to Reiss Nelson, the number 61, who's going to be playing a big part in this career mode, gets his first goal. Hopefully, the first of many to come. So Huddersfield 1-0 down. We are approaching half-time here. I whip in a lovely ball for Theo. Unfortunately, it does get defended well. And we go into the break winning this game. Another 3 points could be on the cards here. That's exactly what I needed after losing to Tottenham. And of course, in the Europa League, it doesn't help when you lose a game in there as well. And I went on a lovely run with Goretzka, and guess what I do? I pass it, just like Arsenal do. Overplay it. I should have had a shot. But luckily, we do get another chance straight away. Here's Lacazette on his left foot. Brings out a save there. Fantastic save, I might add. And then we win the ball with Goretzka. Welbeck came on as a substitute once again. And guess what, guys? He's going to go ahead and wrap the game up again. Danny Welbeck, he is the man of the moment. He comes on as a sub once again and destroys the defence. Lovely finish. And we do get another 3 points, which is exactly what we needed. And now we can go ahead and do some contract negotiations because, as you know, we've got 3 midfielders that are running out soon. Ramsey, Wilshere and Cazorla. So we're going to sign all 3 of them up on better contracts. We've already solved Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez's contracts. So now it's time to move on to some other key players. So Ramsey, we were bumping up his wage to 120k, a signing bonus which got rejected. And then he offered to take his wage down to 99,000, but he wanted a bonus and all of that stuff. So I removed the bonus. I said, no, I'm offering you 110,000. You're a good player. I want you to accept this offer. Is he going to accept a signing bonus of 1.8 million, was it? I can't quite see it. It might have been 1 million, actually. But either way, he does accept the deal. So we've done Ramsey. We're now moving over to Wilshere, who's played quite a big role so far in the Europa League specifically. He's currently on 90,000. I thought I've got to offer him the same as Ramsey at least. So again, 110,000 per week, and it was 1 million, a signing bonus of 1 million, and he doesn't even question it. He's just, yeah, I will take it. He knows he's been injured so much. He owes us. So Jack Wilshere signs up, no problems, no questions asked. Now, Santi Cazorla was a difficult one. I signed him up for a 2-year contract on important squad role, but it was difficult financially to get him to accept my offer, so I had to do quite a lot of negotiations with Santi Cazorla. And at this point, I knew he would accept it, 110,000, a signing bonus and an appearances bonus. And I really wasn't sure if I was okay to spend the money on a player which probably isn't going to be used too much in the near future. But we did go for it. We signed him up. So all 3 players are staying with the club. And it means if I decide to sell Cazorla, of course, it won't be a free signing for someone else. They will have to pay. But we have climbed up the table. We are still in second place below Manchester United. But now it's just 1 point and they have officially lost a game. Man United are no longer unbeaten and neither are West Ham. Every single team in the Premier League has lost a game now. So that makes things a little bit even. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I know it was a post-commentary. It isn't as exciting as maybe a live commentary, but every now and again I think it's a good idea. It gets the series moving a little bit quicker. We're going to be back in the next episode, and I believe we have a game against Manchester United, so a very important one. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications if you don't want to miss it, and I will see you next time.